Delano, give it up for Delano, man. So, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm not cutting no corners. You hear me? I wanna be direct. I'm gonna be vulnerable. There's a lot of emotions that's in me right now, and I wanna make sure that you feel what I'm saying. Not only hearing me, but feel what I'm saying. And today we're talking about connecting communities. Throughout this week, we're going to talk about connecting communities. And if something connects with you from my speech, I just want you to stand up. And you can sit back down. You don't have to stay still. But I want you to stand up. And that's important. That's imperative that I ask folks to do that, because just like if y'all know, y'all got some movement builders in this space, stand in solidarity with people who are hurting, who are going through a lot, right? Or if you feel something like what somebody else is going through, y'all, I'm with you, bro. Stand beside you as you go through this, so we're not alone. So, y'all with me on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask y'all to be vulnerable, you know what I mean? Stand up, sit back down, all right? But I'm not perfect. I'm just different. James Mackey in 1985. That's not when I was born. So whoever said that, right back at you. In 1985, that little guy right there, that was my dad. He was sent to prison in 1985. December 4th, to be exact. I was still in my mom's stomach. Again, if I say something that resonates with you, stand up. During that time, my mom and my dad was trying to provide for my sister, for my brother, on the south side of Chicago during the crack epidemic, where they got houses, blocks, still, where there's no opportunity, there's no resources, there's no grocery stores, but there's liquor stores, there's corner stores, but there's no opportunity for young people to thrive. My father was 19 years old trying to make sure that he can fend for his kids, but no one would give him an opportunity to survive, to thrive. So unfortunately, that led down another path where he had to get it how he lived. And unfortunately, he was sent to prison for 60 years to life. And my mom had to raise 4 children on her own. In 1986, that's when I was born. I can't go back, so y'all saw it. June 1986, I was born. A young, active, ambitious young man that did not know that he would grow up to be different. That he would stand out in every space and place that he entered. But because of the people that you see in this room with these orange shirts, helped cultivate that leadership quality within me that made me believe in me, that made me be here today. Throughout my whole life, growing up as an adolescent to a young adult, I got kicked out of every public school system that I ever attended. Every. I feel like they didn't understand me. I mean, we know the U.S. educational system is like set up in a certain way where they exclude black males from their school system on purpose. They're teaching me about some history that I can't relate to. I'm different. And I knew it. And I wasn't just going to sit there and just allow all of the negative energy to continue to impact my well-being and my growth and my development. At the age of 18, on my 18th birthday, 2004, I went to school and I got called to the office. I'm like, oh shoot, like, all right, they about to give me a birthday cake? Now mind you, I was in the streets. I was selling drugs. I was gangbanging. That was the lifestyle. I was getting it out the mud. They wasn't trying to help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? I was still going to school sometimes. I wasn't doing my work. But on my 18th birthday, they called me down to the office and they was like, Mr. Mackey, you got to get out. I know I wasn't in school, but like, you just don't kick me out like that? And you can't come back? I couldn't attend no public school at all after that. So I was like, fuck it. Excuse my language. I hit the streets again. For 2 years straight, I didn't care about me going back to high school because I was making money, right? But I always had something within me that knew that I wanted better than just being on the street corners representing a block that I don't even own.
Right.
I'm gonna take it a step further.
Talk to him.
Going hard for a color that ain't even mine. I ain't come up with it. It's already been there. But for a color. Certain values and principles were instilled within me from that color, from that block, that I decided to make a decision to say, yo, I'm not really rocking with this no more. And slowly but surely, my life changed.
Yes.
19 years old. That's my little brother. 2005. I remember this day. We'll never forget it. July 7th, 2005. My brother coming home late night, riding the bike with one of his little homies, dressed in all black, looking very suspicious. And I knew that he did something. Well, he was going to do something that he wasn't supposed to do. And I told him, I said, little bruh, I don't know what it is you think you about to do, but I know you need to fall back and chill out before you get in trouble. The next day, I'm at work. My mom picked me up, like, yo, James, I don't know where Ken at. He done took the van and he been gone for all morning. I'm like, Mom, everything gonna be all right. Like, don't worry about it. 2 minutes later, we get a call. U.S. Marshals. They in our house. As we're pulling up, they're in our house. They come, as soon as we pull up, they come at us with machine guns talking about get down on the ground. Again, if I'm saying something that resonates with you, you know, you can be vulnerable. Stand up. It was in that moment that I knew that I could not continue to live this lifestyle because I did not want that for my little brother. A few months down the road when he got locked up, I would never forget that look on his face when we was at court. And the judge said, 10 years, mandatory, don't. And he just looked back at me like this. There's nothing that we could do. Nothing to support him. That was it. He was in the system. In 2006, my stepbrother was killed 10 days after my 20th birthday. That's my little nephew right there. In the picture, he was a great little brother. He was only 16. And it was like, at that moment, I realized that I did not want to live this lifestyle anymore because it wasn't for me. I had to be different. I had to step outside of my comfort zone and realize that there was more to life than me representing a block that I didn't even own, or a color that I should not be representing. Six months after my little brother got killed, I decided to sell all of my drugs. I decided to sell all of my guns. And I decided to go back to school. And that school was Youthville. December 4th, 2006 was my first day in the program. March 3rd. Oh wait, by the way, hold on real quick. Can one of y'all point me out? I got like 4 pictures. This is actually when we first started. Y'all know where I'm at right here? Can somebody pinpoint me? Can I get a volunteer to come up here and find where I'm at? Can I get a volunteer to point and come on, no, just
Orange shirt.
Huh, yeah, just show me. Show me where I'm at.
Is this you right here?
That is me, yes. And for that, Jamil, can you grab my bag right there? Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna give you a prize because you took initiative, right? Which is what we want our young folks to do, take initiative. You took initiative and you decided to, raise your hand and step up to the plate. So this hat is for you. Now, listen, I have a hat and I have a tote bag, but I'm giving you the hat right now because my tote bag is over there. But if you want a tote bag, we can trade. All right, so look, in 2006, I was in the program. This is me from in the program, doing community service, doing construction, us after graduation, us before graduation. Now, we had a strong group of young folk that was able to go through the program. In 2007, March, 3 months down the way. So, like I said, I was fresh in. December 2006, March 2007, they was like, boy, we gonna send you to DC. I say, for what? What? I ain't never flew before. We want you to represent for Youthville, Columbus. I'm like, why me? I'm like, we got people that been in the program for about 6 to 7 months, 8 months, a year. Because our program was like a year to 2 year program. But they chose me out of everybody. Because I knew that when I stepped out in every space, in every place that I attended, I was different, but I was hungry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had to get it out the mud. They chose me and they say, you going to DC, not only that, you speaking. I say, for what? Because you're going to represent the school. Now, I didn't know that I was going to be speaking in front of 200 other peers and delegates from all across the country to say that why I should be elected to be on this council. What's it? I forgot it.
YLC,
Young Leaders Council, that's what it's called. Young Leaders Council. I went there, my first time ever wearing a suit.
Yes, sir.
Check this out. Not only that, my brother Roscoe said he be having belts and stuff that he be having for folks that ain't got belts. I was one of them young folks that ain't have a belt. I had a whole suit and tie without a belt. I ain't know. I was still busting a little sag. I was slowly pulling them up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You know, it takes time. Shoot, transformation takes time. Work with me. Shoot, I'm different. But I was elected. They elected me on the council. My story. They felt what I said. They heard what I said, but they was like, yo, I think this dude really can represent for us and be a voice for other young leaders across the country. Not only just for Columbus, Ohio. Thank you. Love you too, bro. This is actually, look, so this is it. This is me.
Let's go.
Right there. Y'all know who that is? Senator John Kerry. So check this out. Not to mention, this is the irony, right? So in March, my little brother's birthday is in March. We flew down here March 3rd, which was my little brother's birthday. So it was like, all right, I gotta do this not only for me, but for my brother, for my family, and for everybody in my community that people feel like they didn't let down. Like, nah, I'm doing it for us. We talking about connected communities, right?
That's right.
I was connected to my people, my community. And so I had to show up. And so, real quick, funny story, y'all. So what you see right now in that present moment, there's a graduate alumni that's a phenomenal brother, is an executive director for a youth build program in Columbus, Ohio, was sitting right behind me. I'm sorry. And he bent over to pick up a napkin and farted. And, yo, because everybody was quiet, you heard, and I started cracking up. And so John Kerry is looking at me like, I'm like, bruh, it wasn't me. And that is exactly the moment you're seeing right now. Literally, somebody took that picture at that moment, right? I swear to God, I'm not playing. So anyway, I just had to share that with you because that was hilarious. But yeah, I was here 16 years ago. You hear me? I don't know why I went back. It's going back. Oh, I'm hitting the red button. I didn't know it was 2 buttons on here. All right, my fault. Okay, now we got it. Green light. Okay. So listen, I was traveling the country for Youth Build. I was going to college, studying business management, entrepreneurship. But then I'm like, yo, man, wasn't no jobs really trying to hire a young brother that didn't have a college degree, but that was anxious, that was hungry, that was ambitious, that was different. So I decided to apply for AmeriCorps Vista, and I was selected. Hold on, wait, I ain't done. I was selected to represent on a national level at Youth Build USA. So you got a graduate that had the opportunity to now work at Youth Build USA.
One of the first to do it.
One of the first.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. That plane. Love you, bro.
Let's go, 11 years.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start over.
Let's go.
Let me go back. All right, so it's actually been 12. So that video was from last year. So it's been 12. It's been 12. But can I? You ready?
Yes, sir.
No, Will, you ready? Okay. All right. I think. Okay. Just hold on 1 second, y'all.
Music right.
Let me start it over again. Listen, now I know what I'm doing with this thing, all right? So bear with it, brother. So anyway, what you're about to see with this video is you're going to see a lot of flashes of like things that I have done in community, building community, connecting with people that I did not know, but I cared deeply about, and I started to show up in certain spaces and places where I sometimes didn't feel comfortable going, but I showed up because I cared. And when I cared, people started to realize that, yo, this young man got power. And then they started to realize that, yo, we gotta really elevate this young brother. And then they started to recognize me, and they started giving me these awards because I knew I was different, because I told you, I'm not perfect, I'm just different. still got a little bit more to go, so I just want y'all to know. But thank you for that. I really appreciate it. We good though? We gonna try. Okay, you want me to try right now? All right, my brother. Can y'all give it up for the AV brother? Now, let me tell you something. This brother's been working extremely hard to put all of this stuff together to make sure that the vocals, to make sure that the screens, to make sure that everything is working in this space. Y'all gotta give it up to him, man. We gotta make sure that those that sometimes are doing the work and are not seen, that we elevate them. We gotta give it up for that brother. Listen, there we go. Alright. I just wanted to make sure y'all hear some music.
Being jealous, you can be over here embracing that love, more blessings, more life. God did. You either win with us or you watch us win. DJ Khaled.
They counted us out, y'all.
But look at us now.
Look at me now.
They counted us out.
The lifestyle that I used to live has helped shape who I've become. Y'all can't tell me nothing about how do you mobilize people, how do you touch hearts, change minds. I'm different. I'm built for this. I was born for this. Yeah. That's my pops. He finally got out at 30 years. God did. Bro. Oh, that's me. That's my old school too. It's still working. It just needs some help. It needs some work. But anyway, yeah. So if anybody know a mechanic, that is a '72 Buick LeSabre. That's my baby right there. Boy. That's actually on my wife's birthday. Right there? Yeah. So we went out to eat. It was a good time. It was a good time. So let me keep on moving forward. So listen, y'all. I realized and I identified my strengths. I also had people like I said, folks that's in this space like Jamil. Come on, like Be Sweet. Come on, like Lex. Come on, like Lano. Like that poured into me, that believed in me, y'all. That when I was going through trials and tribulations, they was there with me like, yo, I got you, yo, what you need, Matt, yo.
Right, King.
Y'all gotta find that circle, those people who are investing in you right now, that believes in your potential, that you believe in your potential to be great.
That's the key.
Listen, I've done a hell of a lot of work in the city of Boston throughout my life, right? But in Boston, I really have been holding it down. I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm just being confident. And I just want y'all to know that there's a lot of people from Boston that ain't never did what I did when I put my foot down in that city and I started to change and I started to connect communities and I started to build certain relationships. I was a guru. I was active. I'm like, who are you? What's your name? What are you doing? Like, why? Like, why is that for? Like, so what's the connection to you, this community, and why you're doing what you're doing? Like, I was asking these questions. I wanted to understand. But I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to have impact. I wanted to bring people with me. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one shooting in the gym. You see us, this is in front of the State House.
Right.
What they gonna do, say y'all gotta go? If they did, we was still gonna be there. But there were so many issues, compounding issues of our people being left out of so many things. Lack of money, lack of resources, we weren't receiving it. And so we wanted to do something that showed some imagery, right? And it was symbolic to say, yo, we got enough. Listen, do something about it. We in front of your house. Y'all got all this money coming through from the federal government down to the state. And young folks all across this country, but I'm telling you, that footprint that I put in the young folks right here, this is me doing a real Running Man. Okay, that's me doing the real Running Man. I don't know the Running Man that the young folks was doing in 2018, but that wasn't the Running Man that I grew up with. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I was just trying to show them that this is how you do the real Running Man. So that's the imagery right there. And these are all young men that I had the opportunity to mentor throughout my growth and development and the work that I was doing in the community. That also, when I was at those spaces, advocating for issues that was impacting us and young folks, they was with me.
That's right. Bring them.
Okay, I hit the red button again, my fault. Listen, I don't care. I ain't perfect. I'm just. Okay, I just want to make sure we ain't forgot. This is us at the youth build. This is us in front of in the State House actually as well. So youth build in Massachusetts has like 11 sites. And so every year they advocate for funding on the state level. And so I was the MC and I had the opportunity to MC and facilitate that. This was me speaking up and basically calling out policymakers around how they're not engaging with community, how they're making decisions without us, which continues to be a cycle. If we continue to allow people to speak up for us but don't gather input or insight from us, then we'll continue to be taken advantage of. And as you see, I love this quote by MLK. It says, "One has the moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws." MLK said, one has the moral responsibility to, excuse me. Come on, sister. Who said that? I got a hat right here. There you go. To disobey unjust laws. It was my responsibility to disobey the laws that they have created for us. You telling me to chill out, be quiet? No, I want to be heard. And I'm not only speaking about how I feel, I'm speaking on behalf of communities. I'm connecting the community to policymakers to let y'all know that, yo, we tired of this. This is unjust. We're not having this no more. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, this has been in me. This fight has been in me since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like south side of Chicago, poverty-stricken neighborhoods, gang violence, shootings every day. I grew up around this. This is what made me who I am today. And so I transformed my life from that gang-banging lifestyle, and then I started doing it in the community. Differently. I love that. Thank you. That was dope. That was this. I should have said that. She, okay, look, I'm going to give you a hat. I ain't gonna lie. I was supposed to be selling stuff. But no, you want a tote bag?
No, save it for someone.
I'm gonna give you one just because you made it flow smooth. All right, so I'm getting there, y'all. Listen, this is me speaking at after the unfortunate tragic murder and death of George Floyd. This is in front of 50,000+ people in the city of Boston where folks were mobilized. This was on my birthday. I was 34, and I had cried myself to sleep that night because remember that thought of, man, I'm hopeful to make it to 18. Well, you got brothers like myself and many other black men and men of color who can't make it to 40. And so think about how that messes with your psyche. And so I wanted to make sure that people heard me. But what I tell y'all earlier, I want to make sure y'all feel me.
Are you saying that I'm not perfect?
I'm just
Different.
Well, I can't look. I can't keep giving stuff. Hey,
I'll take a crisp high five. You all good?
word. I love that, my brother. Thank you. See, listen. Connected community. Real quick. All right, yeah, word. There you go. All right, so look, this is me right here. I'm the person right there in front, right? I organized an event, again, in front of the State House. This was during the pandemic where a lot of resources was being distributed, except for in the black community in Boston. And I said, oh, it's enough. Enough. I said, we got to do something around the social injustices that continue to impact black lives throughout the city and the state, throughout the city of Baltimore, throughout the state of Massachusetts. So we held a rally. We had the press there, and the press also contributes to the perpetuation of communities that I represent. And so I called them out. Got you. Right? And so, yeah, we did that. Listen, y'all. That is my beautiful wife. I didn't think that I would even have that vision to even be married. I didn't believe in marriage before I met her. She was like, well, I do, bye. I said, hold on, wait, come back. I swear to God, I'm not lying. She was so serious, like, you don't believe in marriage? I said, no. She was like, all right, bye. Block. I showed up to her job like, excuse me, we can't have that. Come on. I wanted her, and I got her. I sure do. And this is us in Mexico last month. Actually, last month, a month ago. Right here, this is us. We got married during the pandemic. A few days after this, we got, actually a month after this. This was August 26th, September 26th, we got married. So think about organizing a wedding as well as like a rally, a protest, all at the same time. I was exhausted. But that's my beautiful wife. I would not be who I am without her. She makes me whole. She is also different. That's my wife, I told you. This right here is our beautiful family. We got our daughter, Gigi, our son, EJ, and these two little ones right here, boy. Justice and Jazar. I'm telling you, they different. Oh yeah, they got a lot of energy just like their daddy.
They love their daddy.
They love their daddy.
Yes, they do.
But y'all, I'm sharing my story and I'm connecting it to how I was able to connect communities, but then find a strong foundation and be able to create a life that I never thought was possible. But I was here, like I told y'all 16 years ago, and I never believed in that vision that, oh yeah, I'm gonna get married. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of organizing and activism work in the community. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and meet and facilitate a whole conversation with Barack and Michelle Obama. Oh, I'm gonna get recognized for all these awards, the things that I've done. I'm gonna get all of these accolades. I'm gonna go speak at Harvard. I'm gonna go speak at MIT. I'm gonna speak at the Ford Foundations. I never in a million years thought that I would be doing the things that I've done. But I'm telling y'all, you can do it too. I'm revolutionary. I'm revolutionary because I was able to step into my power and understand how to utilize that for the benefit of black folk who I've seen since my existence in this country or on this earth be taken advantage of, be deprived of freedom, be deprived of their rights. And for that, I want to instill the same power that I was able to build for myself and to overthrow systems that put us in those predicaments in the first place. So I am revolutionary because of that. Different. What makes me happy, what brings me joy, is seeing my people be able to be free, to be liberated, to not have to worry about systems continuing to close the door in their faces, and to watch our children grow fruitfully. Listen, y'all, I'm not perfect, I'm just different. But enough about me. We here now. It's your time. You were chosen to represent for your program to attend the 35th Annual Conference of Young Leaders. So we connect in communities, right? That's what we started right here, right now, right? You can start right now. Connect with the people around you, right here in this space. Build relationship with folk here. It's an opportunity for you to network, to build close relationships. Like, that's my brother, Millie. Like, I got family members that I grew up with in the You Build program. We going on 16 years strong, y'all. 16 years strong, y'all. We family. We've been building communities, y'all. But it's your turn now. I'm passing the torch. I got a family to feed. I got a business to run. That's why I'm trying to sell some stuff. But what's going to be your story? How you going to stand out? How you going to be different in your community? What is it that you care about, that you want to speak up about, and you want to hold people accountable that have the resources? If you don't know how to talk to somebody or something or an organization that's doing similar work, trust me, you can find somebody that's doing it.
Right here. Y'all right here.
Be right here. If you need some help, we got you. Connect with other delegates, alumni, and staff, like I told you. Keep that same energy that you gained from this week, where you're going to get a lot of leadership development opportunity. You're going to learn about design thinking that you're actually doing, but you actually don't know it, but you're going to find a connection to how you can really implement that really, and fine tune it in your daily life and back at your home. We got to keep that same energy. Bring that stuff back home. I want to challenge everybody in this room. So when you leave, you go back home. I don't want it to be your regular smegular. I want it to be different. I want you to talk to somebody you ain't never talked to before. Learn more about what's happening in your community. If you want to speak up about it, speak up about it. If you know it's a lot of trash in your community, you want to clean it up, start cleaning it up. There's other people that care about the same things that you care about. But if you keep it in here, guess what? You're going to keep it in here. You're going to keep thinking about it. It's going to make you frustrated. And your whole life, you ain't do nothing about it. And then you're going to wish you would have. Wish you could have. Woulda, coulda. Get the... I just want you to be authentically you. Be different. Stand out. Stand up. Speak out. Speak up. Show out. Show up. On your behalf, on your little brothers, your cousins, your niece, your auntie, your mother's behalf, for whatever issue you care deeply about, show up and show out and stand strong. Grounded. Make sure you got that foundation with you. So if you throwing blows, and I'm not really saying throwing blows, I'm just saying organizing or taking action towards steps towards really creating, changing generational curses that has been happening in our communities for a long time. Like, be different, but be you, and don't be afraid to. If you know something wrong, don't continue to keep walking by it, then get upset and keep complaining about it. No, stand up, do something about it. Be authentically you while you do it, y'all. I'm gonna close out to make sure that you don't do it by yourself. Connect with the people that's closest to you. And sometimes you gotta take a step away from the people that's closest to you. You see, I got the hell up out of where I was at, and I was in Boston. I've been doing my damn thing. Sometimes you have to do that, but you have to observe, make sure that you know that, this is not going to give me the opportunity to thrive, to be authentically me. There is no pathway towards opportunity. Find that lane. Find it. Search for it. Believe in you. Believe in your ability to be great, to find your purpose, and be authentically you, 100%. Thank you.
All right.